Alrighty, guys, Madman Mondello coming at you live from the Garden Garage here in beautiful Alabama. Pre-recorded, of course, at 11:09 p.m. Well, my friends, we did 5 today, okay, and all of them are up on Alliance servers. They all have BO1, BO2, MW2, MW3, Ghost, Advanced Warfare, Off-Host, Jiggy, Sentinel, Infinity Ops, Medica's menu for MW2, College Football Revamped, College Hoops 2K8, of course, and all up in Alliance servers. Okay, and 1 year part and labor warranty. And we have 5 for tonight. And, well, I guess we're going to start this one off here with Mr. Jason Laidlaw. Jason went ahead, he purchased a console from us, and here's his 2 terabyte monster, RGH3. So I'll tell you what we're going to do. Without further ado, we're going to fire this thing up here. I'm going to swap over to the capture card, and hopefully it's going to play nice, okay? Which it better, otherwise I'll kill it myself. Alright, as you can see, we're booting. We're going to boot up into Aurora. We're going to get some notifications from the server letting us know that it's online live and all that other happy nonsense. Okay, and then once we do that, I'm going to go through this thing with you guys. Okay? And, well, Jason, you really need to pay attention to this because it's kind of important. Alright, you really need to make sure to watch the startup setup video that I'm going to be giving you. Alright, and because if you don't, you're going to be staring at that Xbox 360 logo for a long time. Alright? That's our CFBR updater. Okay, when the boys over at CFBR go ahead and start to do their updates in the fall or whatever, well, that's when this is going to be needed big time. Okay, right now all the files are up to date. There's no background updates or anything. There's no files missing or anything like that. So just hit I'm already up to date when the screen comes up. Okay, now here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go through this thing. Okay, now this is 2 terabytes of fun, man. So bear with me here. Okay, we start off at the dashboard. We work our way through. And as you can see, there is a bunch of titles on here. All your Call of Duties, all kinds of good stuff. Call West, Castlevania, College Hoops 2K8, of course. You know, Darkness, Dragon Balls, yeah, Dead to Rights, Defiance, Dragon Age. We're into these. Now we're making to the Fs. Here we go. Okay, you got your Gears of War series, Grand Theft Auto series, all of them. By the way, you have Buffington Mod Loader for GTA 4 and Perch for GTA 5. Okay, then of course you got your Halo series. You got Hitman, Hulk, Kane and Lynch, Lego out the Yin Yang, Batman, Indiana Jones. Of course, what would be a console without boobs and a chainsaw? Gotta have that. Lollipop Chainsaw Massacre, of course. And Mafia 2. Then you got your Mass Effect trilogy, Medal of Honor, so on and so forth. Baseball, MW2, MW3, Mortal Kombat, NBA 2K10 through NBA 2K17, NBA Jam, NCAA Football 14, 10, 12, 13, and of course NHL 12. Ninja Blade, Painkiller, Family Guy. What would be a console without Family Guy? Gotta have that. PGR 4, PopCap Collection, Red Dead Redemption, Resident Evils out the Yin Yang, Saints Row, Saw 2, Saw 3, Sega Superstars, Tennis, of course, Silent Hill, Skate, Skyrim, Sonic, Spider Man's out the Yin Yang, okay, Splatterhouse, Splinter Cell, all kinds of crazy stuff. More Spider Man, the Godfather, Sims 3. Man, it's freaking loaded. Okay, it is loaded to the hilt, as you can see, and all kinds of wrestling, all the way up to 2K17, All Stars, WrestleMania, so on and so forth. All right, SmackDown, and of course we're back at the dashboard. That's just the Xbox games. Now, Xbox Live Arcade. Okay, as you can see, we got Wallace and Gromit, Bogeyman, and we start off there and we work our way through. And as you can see, there is a ton of Xbox Live Arcade on this thing. In order to play the full version, you have to put the console in bypass mode, which I cover in the startup setup video. It's very easy. You power the console on, you hit the eject button, leave the tray hanging out, it'll suck it back in. Then you'll be able to play the full versions of this, and also you'll be able to play your original Xbox games that are on here, by the way. All right, and then once you want to get back online, all you got to do is just power the console off and then power it back on normally, and off you go, and then you'll be online again. All right, but so on and so forth. You got a ton of Xbox Live Arcade on here, and I mean a freaking ton of it. All right, and then some. So there we are, and we're back. Okay, now homebrew section. These are the tools that are required to run the console when need be. XM360 to unlock titles and stuff like that. You got your dash launch, flash 360, 360 NAND flasher, and of course the Xbox dashboard. Then of course you have indie games. Okay, you got a ton of indie games on here. I always love to start off with Trailer Park King. There's nothing like cleavage. And then once you get done with those two, you wind up getting them pregnant twice and paying child support. Okay, and then we go back to Sarah. All right. So anyway, you got a ton of indie games on there as well to play with. And then, of course, you have your classic games. The classic games, now some of them have artwork, some of them don't, okay? Mortal Kombat, I mean, all of these games work. As you can see, the titles are all of them there, Phenom, all that stuff. Just some of them don't have artwork, okay? I'm sorry about that. There's nothing I can do about that for right now. It's just the way it all works. But anyway, you got a ton of original Xbox games, and like I said, play these in bypass mode. Otherwise, if you don't and you try to run it with it online, it's going to give you a black screen. That's simple, okay? So you got to put the console in bypass mode to play the original games. All right. Now, emulators, okay? You got a ton of emulators on there. You got Super Nintendo, Nintendo, Game Boy Advance, Sega, MAME, and PlayStation. Okay. Back to Super Nintendo. Okay, over 9,000 ROMs on there. Have a blast with that. All right, now we'll go ahead. We'll make sure that we're going to get up on the dashboard. And there you have it. Okay, and you're up, you're online, and you're live. Now, when you hit the guide button over in our fifth tab are our cheats for our, for these games here: Advanced Warfare, Ghosts, BO2, and MW3. When you have the cheats enabled, all right, when you start the game up, you're going to see in the left-hand corner, it's going to give you instructions how to open up the menu, and then you're going to hit X to select and B to back out, and then you would just use D-pad left to close the menu out, and go and make someone's day miserable. Okay, but anyway, to disable a cheat, hit A. To enable it, hit A. It's very, very simple. And then we're going to bring this back to Xbox Home. All the menus that come for MW2 and BO1 and BO2 and all that, they all have instructions that will flash across the screen that you will see. Just follow them to use those cheats as well. Okay, those are GSC menus and, whatever. Okay, but anyway, there you go. Jason, thank you for your business, man. I greatly do appreciate it. We're shipping it off tomorrow. You'll have a tracking number by tomorrow morning or even by tonight. Not sure if Lorraine is doing them now. She might. I think she is doing them now. So anyway, you'll have your tracking number and all that, and you'll be able to track it through USPS. Okay, and of course, in the email that I'm going to send you, like I said, you're going to have a video of this, and then you're going to have a startup setup video. Watch that startup setup video that explains how to get this thing on your network for the first time. Otherwise, you're going to be looking at the Xbox 360 logo for a very, very, very long time. All right. So thank you for your business. I greatly do appreciate it. And what we're going to do is we're going to say goodbye to Jason. And we're going to turn him off. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab hold of another one, which happens to be Mr. Carl Cook. Now, Carl, he bought a 250 gig drive with this thing. Okay. And we'll go ahead. And what we're going to do is we're going to fire this thing up now, okay? Hopefully, within the same amount of luck, everything will go smooth and I won't have any problems with it, okay? So now we're going to go ahead, we're going to sync the controller up, all right? And as you can see, the console booted. And Carl, you converse with me over Facebook and everything, so you know what to expect, brother. All right, so anyway, we're going to ship this off tomorrow, and you're going to get your tracking number, okay? So we got it good, okay? And welcome to Alliance, and we're all good. And life is grand. All right, and now I'm already up to date with CFBR Updater. All right, and let's go through this, shall we? Okay, Xbox 360. Start off at the dashboard. Yeah, not as much as a 2 terabyte, but enough. Got all your Call of Duties on there. As you can see, Modern Warfare 2, Modern Warfare 3, World at War, College Hoops 2K8, Gears of War series, Grand Theft Auto series, okay? Halo, Minecraft, NCAA Football 14 with College Football Revamped, Red Dead Redemption, Resident Evil, back to the dashboard. Now, Xbox Live Arcade, okay? A mind-boggling amount of arcade games that should keep you busy for a while and then some. Then, of course, you have your homebrew section where your tools reside. And then you have a classic game on there, Tony Hawk's Underground 2, okay? And indie games, you got a couple indie games on there, as much as I could fit. And then, of course, emulators. Got Nintendo, Game Boy Advance, Sega, MAME, Super Nintendo, back to Nintendo, okay? There's over 8,000 ROMs on this one, so have a blast with that. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead, we're going to hit the dashboard, and everything should be hunky-dory. Good. All right, and there you are. You're up, you're online, and you're live. our eyeball-pleasing HUD. And over in our fifth tab are our cheats. Disable A, enable A. Very easy. Bring this back. And Carl, there you have it, brother. All right. I want to thank you for your business. I greatly do appreciate it. Shipping it off tomorrow morning, and you'll have it in 2 to 3 days. So now we're going to say goodbye to Mr. Cook. Okay? Now what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and we're going to go ahead and good old Jordy Rosario. Okay? Hey, Zakumba. Yeah, Jordy, how you doing, eh? Alright. And Jordy, he also bought a 250 gig drive, RGH, from the website. And we're going to go ahead and we're going to fire this monster up. We'll swap over to the capture card here. Sync the controller up. Damn, I'm getting good at this, I guess. Anyway, as you can see, the system booted. These are all RGH3 chipless installs, by the way. Okay? So, we're going to boot up. We're going to get notifications from the server and all this other happy nonsense where we're going to hit yay and nay and all that kind of good stuff. There you are. Got it. Good. Okay. Now what we're going to do here, we should come and we should get the CFBR updater. Yep. I'm already up to date. Life is good. All right. And now we start off here. Xbox 360. Work our way through. As you can see, all your Call of Duties on there. Gears of War, College Hoops. Okay, NCAA Football 14, College Football Revamp, so on and so forth. Back to the dashboard. Xbox Live Arcade. Okay, you got a ton of Live Arcade on there too. Then, of course, you have your homebrew section where your tools reside. Then you have a classic game on there. You have indie games on there. And, of course, you have your emulators. You got Nintendo, Game Boy Advance, Sega, MAME, Super Nintendo, back to Nintendo. Okay? Now, go ahead, hit the dashboard. Make sure everything. Oh, I hate when it does that. Ugh. Yeah, no, it's not going to do it. Dang it, I went too quick with it. That's what happened. Okay? Sorry about that. I hate when it does that. Sometimes it happens. What are you going to do? Let me go ahead. Let me go ahead. Let me do that again now. There we go. Thank you. Hey. Hey, sometimes that crazy stuff does happen. Okay. Okay. Some Xbox Live content isn't available. What are you kidding me? Here, wait a minute. Settings there, you son of a motherless goat. This is what happens sometimes when that happens. That's the Xbox Live connection. Everything should be fine and dandy, and it should come back. Which is better. Otherwise, I'll kill it myself. So we got to give it a second here. Hang on. Vey. Oh my God. Come on. Will you please? Don't you just love that? You gotta love these things. Every once in a while, this stuff happens. And here we go. And we're good. Okay, so everything is all up, 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 up. We're good. All right, now look. Over here in our fifth tab, we got our cheats. Disable A, enable A. Very easy. And we're gonna bring that back home to Aurora. Okay? So, Jordy, listen, thank you for your business, man. I greatly do appreciate it. We're shipping it off tomorrow morning. You'll get your tracking number and all that kind of good stuff, and it'll be to you in 2 to 3 days, my friend. Thank you very, very much for your business. All right, now, go ahead here. Unplug that. Yeah, we got 2 more to go. Mr. Kyle Speece. Another 250 gig. Quite popular. All right. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to fire up Mr. Speece's here, okay? And we'll go ahead. We'll hit the button. We'll go ahead here. We'll sync this controller up here. Okay, there we go. Did I plug it in? Oh, I didn't plug it in all the way like an idiot. There we go. Sorry about that. Oh, I'm tired and a little wired, guys, but it's okay. All right, now, anyway. Okay, so now we boot it up. Life is good. We get the notifications from the server and all this other happy nonsense. There you go. Got it good. Okay. And there you have it, all right? Now, all right, I'm already up to date. Make sure to hit that. Xbox 360, start off at the dashboard. We're going to work our way through. And as you can see, all your Call of Duties, College Hoops 2K8, Gears of War, Grand Theft Auto, Halo, so on and so forth. NCAA Football 14, Red Dead Redemption, Resident Evil, so on and so forth. There you go. Now, Xbox Live Arcade. Yep, you got a ton of Live Arcade on there too. Then, of course, you have your homebrew section where your tools reside. Wait a minute. Is that right? XM360, right? Yeah, okay. Yeah, I knew it. I knew it. Hang on here. Let me show you how to fix when the artwork isn't exactly correct. Hang on. There you go. That's it. Okay? See, pretty easy. Alright, so anyway, your Flash 360, Xbox 360 NAND flasher, of course, Xbox dashboard, and XM360 dash launch. Alright. Classic game, you got your Tony Hawk's Underground 2. Indie games, of course, my favorite, Trailer Park King. And then, of course, you have your emulators. Oh, you little Hang on. Hang on. 1 second. You little son of a That's how you download artwork. Okay? There's many different forms of artwork that they have for each one of these games. You know, some of them have multiple ones. But anyway, I like that one. Little Mario. Alright, so we got Nintendo, Game Boy Advance, Sega, MAME, Super Nintendo, back to Nintendo. There you go. Alright, now, we'll go ahead. Hit the dashboard. Life should be good. In which it is. Okay, you're up online with a good KV. Hit the guide button. Over on the 5th tab are our cheats. Disable A, enable A. Very easy. Bring this back. There you have it. Kyle, thank you for your business, man. Really do appreciate it. Shipping it off tomorrow. You'll have your tracking number, and you'll get it in 2 to 3 days. So thank you very, very much once again. All right, now, I'm going to say goodbye to Kyle. And I've got one more here. And this one is a real cutie. Good friend of mine, Mr. Harry Quinn. I remember when I did this thing. And the reason why it's back here is because he wanted to go RGH3. So Harry, here's the chip I pulled out of it. Okay? And we're going to go ahead and now I'm going to plug this one in. And hopefully it's plugged in. Okay? And we redid Harry's hard drive and all that other happy nut. Wait a minute, I gotta find that damn stupid hole. Put some hair around it. There you go. Okay. And I've known Harry since 2014. Harry's a very, very good friend of mine. I've known him for years. This is one of the consoles that he sent in to me that was his many years ago. Okay, and the only reason why it's here is, like I said, he wanted to upgrade to RGH3. Get up to date on the hard drive and all that other happy nonsense. So Harry, there it is, man. We're all done. Alright, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to fire this little monkey up. I'll swap over to the capture card right here. And what I'm going to do here is I'm going to sync up the controller. There we go. And we're all synced up. Life is good. Alright, and as you can see, of course, it booted. And got it. Good. And Harry, the server changed a little bit since you've been last on it. Alright, so, anyway, needless to say. Alright, here we go. Now, we're already up to date. That's the College Football Revamp Updater. Okay, that's your one-button updater, so you don't have to copy files and folders over using a computer. You can do it that way. And now we're going to fly through this thing. 320 gig drive. Okay? Start off at the dashboard. Advanced Warfare, Battlefield, more Battlefield, Borderlands, Bulletstorm, excuse me, Call of Duty's at the Yin Yang. Yeah, you got a ton of them. College Hoops 2K8, you got your Gears of War series, Grand Theft Auto series. That's got Buffington mod menu on it too, Grand Theft Auto 4, so just so you know. You got your Halo, okay, you got your Mass Effect trilogy, Minecraft, Modern Warfare 2, Modern Warfare 3, NCAA Football 14 with College Football revamped on it. Red Dead Redemption, Saints Row the Third, and we're back to the dashboard. Alright, now, Xbox Live Arcade, okay? You got a ton of Live Arcade on there, as usual. Then, of course, you have your homebrew section where your tools reside. You have a classic game, Midnight Club 3, Dub Edition on there. Indie games, you got a ton of indie games on there, too. You got your emulators. You got Game Boy Advance, Sega, MAME, Super Nintendo, and regular Nintendo, okay? And then, of course, we'll bring this back. We'll hit the dashboard. We'll make sure that she's up and online. In which it should be. Better be. There you go. And you're up. You're online. With a good KV. And over in our 5th tab is our Advanced Warfare cheats, Ghost cheats, BO2 cheats, and Modern Warfare 3 cheats. To disable, hit A. To enable, hit A. Very easy. Okay? Follow the instructions on the left side of the screen. You know the story. I don't have to tell you. You've been modding for, God, I don't know how long. Anyway. You got 169 reserve days left. We added 120 days to your 69 that you had from the previous server. So there you go. And we're going to bring this back. And Harry, like I said, man, it's always been a pleasure with you. Okay, and you've been around as long as I have, and then some. So I appreciate your business as always. Okay, and it's always good to see you, and it was good to see my fine friend, and it's still. God, I remember like this was yesterday when I went ahead and I soldered these damn things in here. Man, that's like so crazy, you know? I mean, it was like, wow. And like, you kept this thing immaculate, man. So really, thank you very, very much for doing that. All right. Oh, we cleaned it all up. She's all good to go. We're going to ship it out tomorrow. You'll get your tracking number and all that kind of good stuff. And thank you very, very much again for your repeated business, brother, and your friendship over the years, man. It's been awesome. So, anyway, guys, that's what we got. So, y'all have a good night. I got to hit it hard tomorrow. I got a bunch of consoles I got to build. So, we're going to be busy. So, anyway, y'all have a good one. Have a great night. I'm going to holler at you later. And remember, guys, watch that startup setup video that I send you. Otherwise, you will be looking at that Xbox 360 logo for a very long time. Okay? Please, for the love of God. For my sanity and yours. All right? Thank you so much. You guys have a good one. Have a great night. I'm going to holler at you later. Take care, guys. Have a great night.